And anybody here, still not. Yeah. And we can, when we get started, we can have
Hey, Wendy, it's just about to get started. Thank you, American citizens. Hey, gratitude.
They need to focus on what they're doing. Do you happen to have any duct tape?
Got a small piece.
I don't know if that would hold very well.
No? Okay. Sorry.
My flags don't fit the stand. It's just brute strength that we need. What station are you at?
I do YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Yep, local.
I do both for media relations, so give me your contact info and I can keep you in the loop
Awesome.
on all the
I
developments.
don't have cards or anything, but if you, yeah.
Here you go. Don't you think you're told on your knees you do get a hold it to stabilize it, and we couldn't get it up and get my toe. I was like, I'm being stuck on camera with my tool. Let me right here. I'll just ask the card.
Let's go snap a picture of this.
Because this was all your emails now. But this is the same email that put on there. Hang on, we throw it at you. No, shoot, hang on. Oh, here.
Thank you. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you. I've been a friend of Christy's for several years, helped her campaigns and stuff.
Good deal.
Just do. That is Rachel's husband. So Rachel is the plaintiff. Yeah. Hey, Christy,
Thanks for showing up, everybody. It should be getting underway shortly. Rachel is here in the black.
My dad used to work in the school. I used to help my dad set up the fire. It's been more than
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Again, thanks for showing up, everybody. This is a rally for Rachel Shelton. She's in the lawsuit against the city of Springfield, the mayor, and the committee members for the masking ordinance here in Springfield, Missouri.
All right. Jump in a minute. Oh no. Hey, Greg, you out here too?
Of course. Wait, I had a podcast.
In the morning. Really?
How are you doing? All right, well, at least you guys have something else to talk about now. Are you getting bored? Hey.
You Cheeto?
Well, you
You
know,
need your urban
even us
Cheeto.
we have some-
Yeah, bro, how you doing, man? Yeah, good to see you, brother. Yeah, I just saw you out here.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. How you been?
They used to be with us. I just lost my job over this.
Is that a video?
Huh?
Is it a video?
No, because of the mask. See, that's the problem. We wouldn't have had this movie if they hadn't had this mandate. And I mean, I like.
I've got my own masking option.
Okay, yeah, oh, yeah. I used to work with you at Great many years ago.
Because I'd like to see if I can join their lawsuit.
Right?
You're like, how do you know each other?
You guys need soundtrack to this. My cover. Yeah, my name's right here.
Yes.
I've had a crazy day so far. So have you guys missed me?
Yeah.
You gave me a reason to watch your council meetings, that's for sure.
That's awesome. Excited? So we're going to start tracking.
Do you know who the security guard
They got the gang flag. See the gang flag.
There's no blue line. I don't see, oh, nope, task 9. Oh, yeah.
I gotta get a shot of that pimple line.
Get it?
Pimple line on the shoulder.
If anybody wants to stand behind us, you're welcome. I know some people don't like to be in the media, but you're welcome to stand behind us. Hey, whoever wants to stand behind us, you can. We support you. We would encourage you to stand behind us if you want to, but we don't want to make you if you work for the city, you probably want to stand back there instead of back here. We have about 4 more minutes till 12, so.
I just lost my job.
Okay.
So I do have to
Somebody need a sound check. Are you good?
I get his wife to become a man. My mom had a baby.
Well, actually, you guys good. Actually, can we give it to Christy? Christy cut right between them. Thank you.
You're fine, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I answered.
I know. We don't sweat. It's so much powder.
A couple minutes before noon here, and we'll get underway. Thanks again for tuning in.
This is our plaintiff, by the way. I'm going to introduce her. But we're all family. We'll start about 2 minutes.
Yeah, you don't care.
Can you guys all hear okay? Chris, are you doing Facebook work? On your page. You what? On your page. Oh. Man. I guess it could be worse. It could be. It's okay. It's fine. And if there's not anything you feel comfortable answering, just give Oh, you can do it. Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh my God, I know. I'm gonna. Awesome. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank Is there anything else you're going to do? All right, I think we're ready to get started. Can all the press hear okay? Is this good? Are you good on your mics? Well, thanks for coming, everybody. Like I just joked with the press, I'm sure you've all missed me and miss seeing my face on TV every day. That's a joke. But right now I'm serving in the capacity as an attorney for my client. This is my client, Rachel Shelton, and she's going to speak also. And what we've done is last night I filed a complaint, and this complaint is against the city of Springfield and the mayor of the city of Springfield, Kim McClure, and the council members were named. The 7 other council members that voted. So as you know, it's 8-0, and Phyllis Ferguson abstained. So she was not named in the lawsuit. And so I just first want to talk about that this is not about masks. Everybody is, there's big mass debate. This is about freedom, and this is about our constitutional rights. This is not about masking. First, I want to say, I know we have a big medical community here, and they believe in masking. And so that's a debate for the medical community. But for citizens, the big question is, can you constitutionally mandate and make people wear a mask if they don't want to? If you want to, then you should wear them. As our governor said last weekend, if you feel that that's something you want to do, then you should do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. In the city of Springfield, last Monday, as you know, they passed the masking ordinance. So this was Council Bill 2020-159. It was passed in response to the COVID-19 virus. And basically what our argument is that it violates my client's constitutional rights, the right to privacy, right of expression, religious freedom, and specifically religious freedom because she feels like she doesn't want to have to wear a mask when she goes to church, when she shops, when she goes to restaurants. Additionally, she doesn't want to be subjected to harassment by other people in the city if she chooses not to wear it. And she does suffer from claustrophobia, and she does not want to go around with a sign saying that I'm exempt from this ordinance. So I really think that this ordinance has put a division in our community, and I think it was unnecessary. And frankly, with 15 homicides, I think the police have more to worry about, and they should be focusing on our crime rate. We're more likely for something to happen and have a homicide than we are to die of COVID. In the Greene County, I just want to say, and I've been saying this because I'm a guest host on KSGF on 104.1 at Nick Reed's show. I frequently am on there, and I was guest hosting for 3 hours last week and talked about this. And the death rate in Greene County is 0.016%. That's the death rate. 0.016. You're more likely to be struck by lightning than you are to die of COVID in Greene County. So 1 out of 3,000 people would be struck by lightning. So what are we going to mandate next? That you have to stay in your house so you're not struck by lightning? That we have to put lightning rods on our homes? The problem is that once you start on this slippery slope and you give the government, the permission to regulate and legislate to death, it's one step at a time, and it becomes a nanny state, and then you lose your freedom. Yeah, you're welcome. And so I'm here to protect my clients' rights. I'm here to protect your rights, and I think it should be your decision on whether you wear a mask or not. It's that simple. As I said, it's not about mask. I could be up here talking about another issue. We don't want to all live in a bubble like Seinfeld and be protected and not be able to go out and do anything. If you look at we're getting a lot of people on the street waving and stuff. If you look at the people that have suffered, the business owners that have suffered in Springfield, if you look at the mental health crisis that we have in the country, if you look at the suicide rate, if you look at the overdose rate, the poverty rate, those have all increased. And so I would say even nationally, if you look at the suicide rate, that's probably higher than the COVID does. I mean, what cost is this going to be? When you legislate, there has to be a balancing test between your rights and what the government's doing. And so putting people out of business and bankruptcy and job loss, is that really worth all the shutdowns and all the government mandates? It's not. And I'm so sick of it, and I frankly think that more people, I'm so proud of my client here. And I will have to disclose that it took her a while to convince me to take this case. Some people might think because I was on city council that I wanted to jump in, get revenge, and I won't say that wasn't the case, but that wasn't my first motivation. I did turn her down after she looked around at attorneys, and it's not the kind of case that you want to take if you're afraid of the media. No offense, but I really like all you guys. But I've grown to like you just because I've gotten to know you through the years. But you definitely are in the media all the time. If you look at your phone, somebody said I pulled up Google and your face popped up right away this morning. And so you definitely have to be willing to take the punches and roll with it in the media. And I knew that was going to be the case. And so, and you do receive some threats and that kind of thing. And that just goes with a high profile case. So I did turn her down, but I'm very glad that she convinced me to take the case. So am I. Yeah. And you're actually going to get to hear from her. I do want to say a couple things on the causes of action. We are seeking a temporary restraining order, and so what that means is that this is going to be moving very quickly. We're asking that the court enjoin the whole ordinance. So we want the court to stop the ordinance from being taken effect. And that will happen pretty soon. I would say in a matter of days. The defendants have not been served. They will be served this afternoon because it hasn't even been processed in case night yet. So once we get the summons, we'll immediately serve the defendants. so we're seeking the TRO, and then we're also seeking a regular injunction just in case that doesn't go through. I have had a lot of phone calls and text messages and through social media, and a lot of support. And people had told me about the Shreveport case. The judge did issue the TRO against the mask mandate there. So they were successful in Shreveport and Louisiana. The Attorney General got involved, so they're not going to be passing any ordinances on masks there. And then also, as you know in the media, the governor of Georgia has filed a lawsuit against the city of Atlanta regarding their masks. So it's something that's happening across the country. As far as I know, there's not another case in Missouri that's been filed against the ordinance. So we might be the first ones, but we're proud to be the first ones. So right to privacy violations, right to religious freedom, vague, and I do want to mention one thing. There's certain judicial reviews that go on when you're looking at the constitutionality of an ordinance, and you look at strict scrutiny. And when I was reading the bill, it said, and this is in my press release, so you can refer to that. Let me get the specific language. So the mayor issued a state of emergency to protect human life. So it's based on death. Okay, so it's not, originally, nationally, you had the whole curve and they were going to slow the curve. That was about spreading the virus because of the healthcare system. It was never about slowing the deaths, because the deaths from COVID are less than the flu, tuberculosis, many other viruses, and many other things. That the death rate is lower than that. So it's because it's so contagious, and that's why they were trying to slow it down to make sure that the healthcare system wasn't overloaded. Now nationally, some of these cities are changing their minds, saying, okay, it's not about the virus, it's about the deaths. Okay, well, if you want to talk about deaths, our ordinance was passed, state of emergency to protect human life. So Greene County death rate is 0.016%. Okay, like I said earlier, is that really a state of emergency? I would say if you have more homicides than COVID deaths, then maybe that's a state of emergency. Obviously, the governor's convening the legislature about the crime rate. I think that we should be worried about that. The police have other things to do. We task them with so many things, and they have better things to do than, worrying about going in and trying to enforce this ordinance. Also, I had to read this twice, but in the explanation to the bill, I was reading, and I thought at first it said that there was a stress on the healthcare system. Well, I know that's not true because there are beds open for COVID right now. It said that it was passed because of a stress on the health department. Okay, you can justify passing any law for a stress on any city department. That is not a compelling reason. So for judicial review, you have to have a very compelling reason to limit your freedom. And this is not a compelling reason because the health department is burned. That is not a compelling reason. So I just like to say that, there's so many things to worry about in our city, and it kind of breaks my heart that we have business owners that are going out of business, and people are losing jobs, and our unemployment rate and our suicide rate and Burl is just getting buried with phone calls. And I think we need to help our citizens and figure out what a state of emergency is. Is COVID really a state of emergency where you're going to mandate wearing masks everywhere? And like I said, this is not about masks. This is about our constitutional rights. And so I can take questions at the end. I do want to introduce Rachel Shelton, and these are her grandkids. She is a resident of the city of Springfield, so we do have standing. And I'll just let her talk, and I'm very proud of her. There are not many people that have the guts to stand up for what they believe in, and I thank the crowd for being here too, and all of you. I know some of you, I joke that if you're a city worker, you might want to stand on the other side of the press. But, I think that people need to stand up for their rights. And, in our country, we have so much going on in Portland and these other cities that are burning to the ground. And, a lot of law-abiding folks that go to work every day and that try to live by the laws and our Constitution, they need to just get fed up with it and stand up. And I think this is how we take our country back, is one city at a time. And I just am proud of all of you for being here. I'm proud to have this plaintiff who is standing up for this cause. And so without further ado, I'll introduce Rachel Shelton.
Thank you for coming today. I want to especially thank my family.
Missouri where you have to hire security to make sure that your voice is heard without being threatened in the group. So I want to point that out, and thank you guys for being here. The next point I want to make is the environment that this mayor and the city council has created for people like me who just cannot wear a mask for many reasons. It's unconstitutional, in my opinion. I have the freedom to choose. If you want to wear a mask, we're not here to try to take your right to wear your mask away from you. We stand with you. You have free choice. But they are forcing their fear and their mandates on me personally, and I'm not going to do it. I do not consent to the mandated mask. This mayor has created a city of division. All you have to do is walk outside without a mask on, and you're accosted. You're called names. You're followed. People are in your face. Well, I have one word, maybe many for those people. Your health is not my responsibility. You can wear a mask. That's great. Your emotional well-being is not my responsibility. That belongs to you. So you do what you need to do, and we will do what we need to do. This city council have become abusers to the citizens of Springfield. We don't tolerate abuse when we know that a child is being abused. We don't tolerate abuse when we know a spouse is being abused. So why are we tolerating the abuse from the city council to mandate this mask? I was watching a video yesterday and it broke my heart. I loved the tenacity that she had. She was in Walmart, yes, locally. Many of you have probably seen it. She made her way into Walmart without a mask, she and her children, and it was fine. Until one person came up to her and started harassing her in front of her children about putting a mask on. And she said, I have gotten past the manager and their security, and I'm fine. And the lady would not leave her alone. And before she knew it, there were many people gathered around her, and it was a threatening situation. And you can thank your city council and the mayor for that.
Right.
So I'm here because it's our right as citizens of Springfield to take our city back. This city council and the mayor think that they have us in the clutches of their hands. Well, that tight grip is about to be released. Thank you, President. The people that have backed me and come to, I'm going to get emotional, and I don't want to, but it's an emotional situation, and it's a volatile situation because of what the city and the mayor has passed because of this mandate. They've created Nazi Germany here. People are telling on their neighbors, people are calling in, sitting in their cars, waiting for someone to just dare walk out without a mask so that they can take their photo and send it, or call the hotline. What is with the hotline to call in your neighbors and fellow citizens? It's wrong. We should not be living in a divided Springfield, Missouri. So I'm not going to keep going on, but I want to mention a couple of people, and I will call them by name. People who believe in this cause have emailed me, donated money to the attorney fees, and this one lady sent $20, and she said, it's all I have in my pocket today, but Friday I get paid, and I will give you more money to fight this. A $5 donation came in. He didn't have $5, but he believes in Springfield, Missouri. He believes in you, and he believes in this cause, and he gave $5. My heart is overwhelmed with the support of the Springfield people. And in closing, I want to say this mayor is up for re-election next year.
Vote him out.
Jane Fisk Her term is up in 2021. Craig Helsmer, his term is up in 2021. Phyllis Ferguson, her term is up in 2021. The other ones, we can recall them, and I think we should. We can recall this mayor, and I think we should. It is time. It is time that we replace the back scratchers from city council and this mayor and vote for people who care about you.
Okay, we'll take a few questions because of litigation. We probably can't answer a lot, but if there's something politically that you want to ask, or now I do read lips. That's another thing with the mask. So you're gonna have to put your mask down to ask a question.
45% accurate.
Pardon me?
Reading lips is only 45%.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. It works for me.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on the privacy argument? What the specific argument?
Yeah, sure. And if you want a copy of the complaint, Christy Nelson does the press right there. And yeah, I mean, the right to privacy is found in different amendments. It's also cited here. I'll have to look and see what all we've cited on the violations. So the religious argument under the First Amendment, the right to privacy under the Fourth, all of this will be fleshed out in court. And then the overbroad part of the ordinance is from the Due Process Clause of the Fifth and 14th of the U.S. Constitution. Someone does believe that she has a right to privacy. You might think, I know that this is brought up in the media, that it's similar to the abortion argument. Actually, it's funny here on the other side that you have a right to do with what you want to your body and your health. And so that's one argument. It's been used in the abortion debate. Some people nationally are using that as a legal argument as well. I think the thing for my client that she's worried about, even though people say, oh, you have the health exemption, you don't have to wear a mask. It's like she said, the harassment. I mean, really, what do you do? Are they going to give you a sticker? Are you going to hold a sign? I mean, what are you going to do? So practically, I mean, it might sound good on paper, but when you start enforcing this ordinance, I mean, it's crazy. I've heard people ask all kinds of questions, call me about restaurants, if they're serving appetizers, do you still put it up? If you're getting, there's a lot of confusion. Bars are still open. The city of Springfield, some cities have closed. Do you actually have to be active with drinking or having a drink in your hand? Now, I did interview Chief Williams last week. Sorry about the voice, and he did say they're not doing proactive policing on this. But, it will discourage people from going to restaurants and bars in the city of Springfield. And we don't want that for our business owners. And I'm not only representing this client, but I've been contacted by a lot of business owners to maybe take their cases as well. And, we do enough as a city to discourage business. And I think this is just another one of those stab in the back, and it's just hard to be compliant when you have law-abiding people that want to serve the public. And so I really think that the mask mandate should go away and it should be optional. Did you want to say something on that?
Yes,
On privacy or anything
I can
specific?
add to that. It's really sad when you want to go on a date with your husband and you have to think, oh, well, wait a minute. We can't go because we have to wear a mask into a restaurant, but when we sit down, we can take it off. It's just nonsense. It doesn't make sense. So it's not just about the mask, because you can bet this will not be over in 90 days if you don't stand up to this. You can bet it. You can bet your money. It will extend again and again. Why? Because it's control, it's power. It could be the money aspect that the city's getting for mandating the mask. You can research that and look into it. It could be what comes next could be a forced vaccination. People say, oh, that's conspiracy theory, but it isn't. Look what happened in California. First, it was a shutdown. It was a shutdown on the churches, and then they opened them up. You can only have so many people. You have to wear a mask. Oh, but wait, now you can't sing in church. Do you see how quickly our rights can be taken away from us? It starts here. It's not just the mask, people. This is about the freedom that we will either fight for or we're going to lay down.
Christy, you've referenced the economy quite a few times, small business, and I'm sure a lot of health experts say the best thing we can do to get those businesses open and keep this pandemic under control is masking up. Are those experts wrong? Are they lying? What's that about?
Well, it depends on what experts you ask. As recently as 2 days ago, the Surgeon General said that we should not require masks. You've had the governor say that pretty much last weekend in Katy County that he's not going to, even though City Council is going to try to encourage the governor to enforce a statewide mask mandate. You've heard the governor say that, I mean, he's not going to do that if he was true to what he was saying at the event last weekend. So it depends on who you ask. You know, the whole thing about, I know a few people in the medical community, obviously, and that's been referenced, and is that, like I said, the mask and the whole purpose of the shutdowns was to slow the curve, and so to make sure that we weren't overwhelmed in our hospitals. Now, I'm speaking only of our area in Missouri, that we have room for the people. And I'm not saying that it's not terrible that people are catching the virus, and, you know, we all have kids and family members, and we're compassionate people too. But is it really worth shutting down our businesses and laying people off, and the suicide rate? You have to look at that. And yes, it is infectious, but you know, you're almost delaying the inevitable, because you're either going to have to totally shut down, or we're going to all have to stay at home, or you just go ahead and open it up and let it spread. And the death rate is low right now. I would say it needs to be opened up, because eventually you're going to all have to get out anyways. You know, yeah. I mean, I think frankly, if people have asked me this, they've said the death rate's low. You know, the cases are obviously going to go up as people are getting out and doing other things. You know, why is it that some of these cities are holding on so tight? It's because of control and power, frankly. I mean, they want to control their lives. And, you know, I mean, if you're, this is not a small town, but if you're in a smaller town and you're part of the government, all of a sudden you get to vote on what people do. I mean, it's a lot of power. And so I frankly think in some of these cities, it's a power grab and control over the citizens. It doesn't matter if it's a mask or what it's about, you know, and that's a problem of government intervention in your life. I mean, this is a government by the people. I mean, the government works for us. We don't work for the government.
That's right.
Christy. Can you pull your mask down? Sorry.
I'll just put a little closer.
Okay.
The language says that the death rate is not high enough. Do you have a standard of what would be high enough for the city?
Well, I mean, that's a good question for the people in government. What constitutes a state of emergency on a death rate? The thing I was looking at is if you have more homicides than COVID deaths in Greene County and in Springfield, what's the measure of the state of emergency? You know, originally when this virus started, I think, you know, when it was from China to Italy, you were looking at some of the things that were happening in Italy. You know, we in the United States, I thought their death rate was going to be 70%. You're going to be walking over people in the street. I mean, it's not like that. And so if you look at there's a governor, Christie, I think, or something, some of the governors left the state open now and been very successful. So, you know, I think we need to open the schools up. I think that we need to open, I mean, let me just tell you as a mom, the schools need to be open and people need to send their kids to school, okay? That's a whole other issue, but it's not that we're not worried about our health and other people's health. I mean, I am, but the thing is that this virus, it spreads, and, you know, the flu killed more people, tuberculosis kills more people, and we're not doing anything about that. So it depends on, I guess, how you define the state of emergency. More people, I think it's, I don't have this, I think it's 1.5 million. I have to look at people that die of tuberculosis every year. You can look at WHO for that. So I don't know, this is just a popular thing right now. And I just think that if you have less deaths from COVID than homicides in your city, then you gotta do something different.
Hey, Christy, according to city stats, 3 days leading up to the mandatory decision Monday night, it says that 12,000 citizens had responded. 60% were in favor of it.
In favor of the mask ordinance? Okay. Well, that's fine if that's what it is, but I'm here not in a capacity of a city council member anymore representing the city. I'm here as an attorney representing my client, and we all have constitutional rights under the law, and whether you're in the minority or the majority, you deserve to be heard on whatever issue it is. And thank God it's still a free country right now. So.
Jacobson versus Massachusetts, decided by the Supreme Court, said the city has the right to take the actions they take, and the current Roberts Court reaffirmed that decision this year as settled case law. So where do you think the Supreme Court is wrong?
Well, it kind of depends on the cases because, like, as I mentioned, the Shreveport, we should pull up the Shreveport and TRO.
Well, that's a TRO. That's just holding
right,
on
right.
until the
Well,
judge can decide.
the reason that we decided to move so quickly is because case law is unsettled in Missouri and other places. So this is, if this gets litigated to the high court, I'm not going to go into the specific law right here and have a debate with you because, I mean, this is all going to get flushed out in court. I'm just saying that we have a right to sue and that other cities are stopping the lawsuit and we can argue on the memorandum of law all you want. But right now, we're in the complaint stage, we're in the fact-finding stage, and we have enough law behind us under the Constitution, the Missouri Constitution, to file suit. But I'm happy to go into the details with you as the lawsuit progresses. I didn't know.
We're going to go ahead and cut the public questions, and if you'd like to do a one-on-one interview with
Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah.
just from this, I don't want anybody to have a heat stroke or pass out. If you're a member of the media,
Thank you.
Peloton has the first interview, so I've already been in contact with them, and then let's just line up beyond that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Do you want me to use a mic or do you want me to use a...
Well, I will use our stand.
Yeah, okay. Do you want me to stand here?
Yeah.
You want me to stand here or
Whatever. Whatever works.
I mean, if you'd rather be in the shade.
Actually, that's a good idea. Give me that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and pick this spot.
Sorry. Trying to hold my stance here with these mainstream videos.
Well, it would say push this for that. Ask all the questions. Vote and accept it.
Yeah, I don't want money. I'm going to take my congressional salary and pay for the website.
That's awesome.
shit. Sorry about that, guys. Let me do a little walking around here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm going to be a creeper and creep in on some interviews here. And she starts them in the next couple minutes. So thanks for hanging out. Springfield, Missouri. The mask ordinance. Lady Zaga. Just now being able to look at some comments here. Notice there's at least one troll in here, and that's awesome. I love the trolls. You guys know I love the trolls. Thanks everybody for tuning in. By the way, it's me coughing in the background. I'm a smoker. You know what? Seeing some dirt on my camera. Pretty sure somebody knocked it the fuck down.
Basically, if you just work your way towards the water tower,
You're fine. I can move.
I basically live in Battlefield, and I have a lot of involvement with the fire department. So
I'm willing to get in the spotlight, so I figure I've already been married. Regarding Nixon, no, I learned that result and I watched some of it later on the reunions, but I thought it was great that they decided not to work with there. So, and I know that the radio station that I guess hosts on KSG, a lot of the listeners were excited about what happened in Nixa, and it actually happened in Nixa, in the governor's comments this week. So they definitely all conflict with what the city council members have done here in Springfield. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Well, that's a good question. Actually, and I'm going to ask the chief of police how they're going to handle the HIPAA violation specifically.
And I have weird
Mind if I see your sign? Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Woman right here from Fox couldn't get any closer to me.
That's what we're saying.
Press
What
conference.
constitutes the state of emergency? So I'm saying, I want to know where the council was. I'm not acting against especially in this society. So I just want to find out in the court of law, what is the state of emergency? They have higher death rates from everything they mentioned. And like I said, you're more likely to persist with all those stuff. That's just county. What is the state of emergency? To limit someone's constitutional rights. So just in this case, it happens to be held. It happens to be her family doesn't choose to act as an individual. And I said, I have many businesses they did not want to be named in the lawsuit, but they're totally behind it. There might be some that can cover it, but frankly, some of those restaurants, they're afraid to speak up. And to me, I think they'll be coming out more, as the business slows down. I'm still, even when I was on the radio, I'm encouraging people to get out, even right now with the mask ordinance. You have to follow the ordinance because that's the law. I don't advocate not following the law, but get out and go to restaurants. And I don't believe in not going to Springfield restaurants because of the ordinance. I believe in trying to change the law, but I 100% support businesses and individuals. And
This is the attorney for Rachel.
It's a property rights issue too. I mean, if they want to require masks on their property, that's fine. If they don't want to require it, that's fine. Either way, it's fine. It's a constitutional right. We're just saying the government should not make the individuals and businesses do something that they don't want to do.
Two times the initial press conference, you mentioned flu killed more people than COVID. This year's numbers down to certain.
But in years past, that goes back to the state of emergency. What constitutes the state of emergency? In years past, the flu has killed more people, the tuberculosis, and many things. So I'm just saying the state of emergency was issued because of the deaths, not because of the spread. It says that in the wording of the ordinance. Yes. And then also in the wording of the ordinance, it doesn't talk about that the healthcare system, that's the original purpose of the slowing the original purpose was to slow the spread of the virus. Now you still jumping in and saying, well, now they're going to stop all the deaths. Well, look at all the deaths that happen later. You're choosing this one thing. Oh, that's what I meant by it. We're going to go down to limit the constitutional rights that we don't have to agree with. Let's say just who else do I have? Is that good? Yeah, that's fine. We have our callers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She was at City Hall. She was there.
Spiritual healing going on.
But you're welcome to talk to her. If there's something, I mean, if it's something specific about education, you can talk to her. Yeah, she's actually really good on camera because she's very passionate. I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. How are you doing?
You're good.
Have I met you?
No.
Okay.
I'm doing really, wasn't really prepared for any of you. I just had one question for you really quick.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to...
Why not?
Oh, good. No. I think he wants... Oh, okay. They want to interview you. Is that okay?
No, go ahead. That's fine.
And what's your name?
I run a YouTube channel, T-Doggy.
Oh, cool.
I do civil rights
Oh,
investigations.
really?
Some people call them First Amendment audits. I like to film out in public, see the kind of reaction I get, see where our tax dollars are getting spent.
Now, can we share it on our YouTube channel, or is it just is there a way to share it or not? Or is it...
Yeah, I'm sure you can share it. If you go to my channel and remember it,
Okay.
I give you permission. You go ahead and mirror it.
Okay.
I say that all the time.
Before I leave, I'm going to give you.
What I'll do is I'll go back to her post from last night about the announcement she made.
Okay.
Because I commented on that, and I'll leave a link in there if you want.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
And then I'll have you talk to her, and then she can give you information.
Okay.
Because sometimes I don't understand enough about. I know I have a YouTube channel. That's all I know.
You have a YouTube channel? Okay.
Yeah, I was. It's under Real Talk with Christy, and it was funny because I was doing quarantine videos with my kids. I mean, we kind of started that because we were so bored. And but it's called Real Talk with Christy. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I want to make sure to get your information. Did you give it to
I haven't given it to anybody.
to Christy? Okay. Or she could give you information because I don't have any information. Yeah. And then she's in the black and white dress.
I'm really
over
going to
there.
jump in on this one.
And
It's
so
hard
she
to hear
gave you
right
her
now.
information, so you got in touch with me. I would do it, but it's too complicated, and because of security now, I'm getting a lot of threats that I'm having everybody go through her. That's why we have security here. It's crazy.
Christy, I'm Irene here. Pleased to meet you.
And what was your name again?
Terry.
Terry.
Terry Rucker. I also have a YouTube channel. It's called American Citizens too.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so funny.
Thank you for today.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it's fun. I like doing it. I like stirring it up.
Well, yeah, so I do First Amendment audits most of the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do First Amendment audits. I go to rallies. He sent me at some rallies before. You can see me on his
We witnessed the preacher getting arrested down at the square.
And
I've got that all in video.
Yeah, during the Black Lives Matter rally, and I'm the only black guy trying to protect this guy's freedom to be on the sidewalk. And I'm like,
oh, that's awesome! I love that. I love that.
Yeah, he was hyped up. He was pretty hyped up.
So good. So where's that video? Is that
It's on my channel as well.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can see a lot of my other work.
and I'm an atheist. I don't even believe in God. I believe that he does, and he should be able to talk about it.
So are you libertarian or what? Yeah,
more
that's good. I figured you. Yeah, that's awesome. I love libertarians. Okay, so what do you want to do here?
Do you have a card? Or no, I can put a link. Either snap a picture.
Okay, you need to. Okay, so Christy is my marketing person, and so
Christy
I have.
and the
yeah, she has a black kind of that dress.
You know what? She gave me her card.
Because okay, she does my marketing, and then this other girl, Lindsay, she's my producer for my podcast because I have a podcast. That's how I started the whole thing, and so. I'm always asking them about because we're gonna do the YouTube live, but is that what you were doing?
Yes, I'm live right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm still live right now. That's okay.
Thanks for telling me. I almost got stung by a bee over there. I was like, because I'm allergic to anything that flies, and so I was like, oh my gosh, am I live? I usually ask, but.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to do an interview, or are you?
No.
Okay.
I'll just talk to you verbally real quick. You'd be a great person to have and be in contact with the First Amendment stuff that I do. I have questions from time to time about legalities and stuff, and it's great to be able to bounce stuff off of people.
Okay, that's good.
And,
I don't have
maybe
my card.
Have somebody on call if something does happen.
Do you do Facebook or is that?
I try to keep. I try to.
Well, I was gonna say I can
Facebook.
give you my cell phone through Facebook or whatever. So I just found out I'm allergic to bees and wasps and everything, and so I was like watching all these fly around. I'm like, that's all I need is get stung.
When I emailed Christy with the link, I'll put my contact information in there for you.
Okay.
Because it'd be nice to be able to have somebody I can fall back on if something does happen. Because eventually I'm just gonna more or less push the envelope and stand up for our rights. And be able to. I almost got arrested over here by the jail. Remember when they put the temporary jailing back there?
Oh yeah.
I was back there doing a news story on that, spitting out numbers. Sheriff on his little go-go cart came up, and he was about.
Why? What were you doing?
He was mad because I was filming him as we talked. We had a casual conversation. He got all mad about it, and I told him, I know what I'm doing. I know my rights. I'm out here filming in public. No expectation of privacy.
Yeah. And
you work for us.
You're
you
the-
work for
yeah,
us. You know,
yeah.
there's court cases that say that we can film you. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll definitely pass my
Yeah,
information
Rachel's
along.
awesome, so.
Yeah, she is.
I'm Kara. I'm with KY3.
Okay.
Do you have time for a quick interview show?
Thank you for coming out today. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate the coverage. I'm ready.
Yeah. Let's do a comment.
I think my wife said you're with YouTube there.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yes.
for,
Yeah, I want to get the story out there. I do single license
Well, actually, I really
stuff like this.
I had a job.
That's why I record it.
I'm just so surprised.
It's just easier to know how to
Well, I'm kind of on my channel. I've got a couple videos now, but when push comes to shove, going to places like Walmart, I comply.
I've seen that.
Did you see that? Yeah. I'll comply to a point.
Okay, I had a very close one that it's a pair of men's white Hanes. Yeah, with a stripe on it. Excuse me.
Sorry, you're fine.
I know. I like after I go off, I'm like,
No.
oh yeah, I still get people all the time. Yeah, that's right. Well, it's funny because it's funny. It's all my pictures. I know it's
I spoke with Rachel a minute ago and told her I just had one question. So I'm going to get to that here. And then we'll do a quick walkabout. I've been down here before. The health department's right there, and PD's right down the street. Jail's right down the street. And Sheriff's Department's right down the street. Justice Center's right down the street. So we'll go do a quick walkabout after this. I have made one other live video right on this block in the past, and almost got arrested.
Actually, I just got the information when I took was it death.
No, it's okay. No, yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. So just so you know, I'm live. Yeah, right now. Just in case I didn't, spit out anything personal. I learned to talk with her for a minute. I assumed she knew I was live, but I like to let people know. They don't want you talking about your PIN number on your credit card. But yeah, I hope this goes far, and definitely, I think it'll get lifted if we get enough people together and stand strong.
That kind of goes, I would say right now, just, I would say more organizations. So that's just something that comes with me.
Yeah, you were there when I'm so glad. I'm from the former city.
That guy said, "Get a job, hippie."
I would take my glasses off, but
No, absolutely.
This man has been waiting patiently to ask me a question. Thank you.
Hey, Rachel, thanks. I just had one question.
Yes.
Why not just comply? Why not just get in line, put your head down, and do what you're told? Why not be a sheep?
First, I wasn't created to be one. I have a voice. God gave me a voice. and he intended for me to use it for good. I'm not just going to comply with this mandated face mask because it doesn't stop with the mandated face mask. It will be something else. If people really think that the city's going to release this in 90 days, they're mistaken. This is just a power play from the city council who does not care about the citizens of Springfield. They didn't listen to the people who came to talk against the mandated face mask Monday night. They'd already made their minds up. And when I watched them Tuesday live streaming the city council, they are so arrogant. They're prideful. They were daring other cities, surrounding cities, to not comply. They're mad they didn't call Nixon out, but they were making snarky jokes about putting a wall around Springfield to keep the other ones out. They don't comply. Are you kidding me? That's the tip of arrogance and pride, and that just validated my lawsuit when I heard that. They don't care about the citizens.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Good luck. Nice meeting you. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to go for a walkabout.
But in terms of the constitutional, I just don't think.
See if we can't make some po-po nervous. Quick sip of water here and light up a smoke. Let's go look at the Justice Center and the jail while we're here.
You're good.
Thank you. Okay, let's go on a walkabout. Let's take a walk. A little construction down here. Back to one of my previous videos, I filmed down here when the construction was starting on a new jail that was supposed to be over here, and they said, oh shit, we ain't got enough room. We need to move this. Still got 6 of you hanging on. I appreciate that. Municipal building here. Historical courthouse. Jesus. So I can get maintained a little bit better. Come on, Greene County. What you got going on here? Yeah, Justice Center coming up here, and you can see a lot of these guys around here. Cop shop's right around the corner. Sheriff's station is behind that white building there. See enough of these guys down here. Yeah. County Justice Center. On the tripod here, so I can't really push it up against the glass. It's the corner I was stopped at last time. Outside the court facility. Give you a quick look. I am maskless. Go over and check out the sheriff's station next. I just saw some chat flash by, but I can't read. A lot of glare out here. got to be pushing 90 degrees. They're undercover vehicle here. Regular plate on that. Keep an eye out for this one, guys. I mean, other than the spotlight, he's got normal plates and the lights in the top of the windshield there. Yeah, keep an eye out for that one. Another one. Another one here with a looks like a regular plate to me. Another crosswalk down here. Play it safe. The cars will stop for me. Wow. Do a quick little walk around the sheriff's station over there and head on out. I'm essential, so they expect me in today. Walk through the lot. No issues yet. Couple funny looks, but I'm a funny looking guy. I'll get a quick sippy here. Just walked right by this one. Huh. Well, if that doesn't say suspicious, I don't know what does. It's like an old news van. Catching some power. Maybe it's free Wi-Fi to pick up the kitties. Public Safety Center. I think the sheriffs are in this building as well. They knew I was coming. All right. Take a stroll through the parking lot quick. I'm a couple blocks that way. These flags out. A couple of sheriff vehicles.
There today.
I'm sorry?
You know the training sessions.
Oh, I have no clue, ma'am. No clue. Sheriff vehicles here. Training vehicle. Prisoner transport. All right, gang. I'm gonna call this one impromptu audit after the press conference. Let's support Rachel Shelton in her endeavor. I'll get some links in the comments for her PayPal and her GoFundMe to try to win this lawsuit that she's taken on. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. T-Doggy out of here. Much love and respect for Missouri. Thanks again, everybody. Gotta figure out how to stop this. Do. Oh, I think I gotta hit the X.